name is Emma Houghton and I'm a tutor at Premier Training. Today's video is about petty cash. Petty cash is a small amount of money kept by an organisation and used for day-to-day expenditure where it is not sensible to make payments by cheque. Examples of petty cash expenses are postage stamps, refreshments, taxi fares, bridge tolls, and so on. Within a workplace, usually one person known as the petty cashier is responsible for the petty cash. Their duties will consist of keeping control of cash, documenting expenditure in the petty cash book, checking and keeping receipts, replenishing the account when it runs low, and generally the safeguarding of the cash. Petty cash voucher. Every company has a different policy, but in most companies, when an employee incurs expenditure on behalf of the business and wants to claim the money back, they will be required to complete a petty cash voucher and provide documentary evidence such as a receipt. Petty cash vouchers contain the following details: details of expenditure together with a receipt to back up the voucher, total amount spent including VAT if applicable, name and signature of the person making the claim, signature of the person authorising the payment in line with the company policy. Larger amounts may be authorised by certain managers. The petty cash voucher will then be numbered to enable the documentation to be filed correctly and easily identified in the petty cash book. This is an example of a completed voucher with documentary evidence. The petty cash book. The petty cash book works very similar to a ledger account. It consists of two sides, a debit and a credit. The debit side is used to record receipts, i.e. restored floats, and the credit side is used to record petty cash expenditures. Let's look at the receipt side first. The business will provide the petty cashier with a float of money at the start of the period to enable payments to be made for expenses. The date, details, and amount is recorded on the debit side of the petty cash book. Now let's look at the payment side. Each voucher should be recorded in date order on the payment side of the petty cash book. All the fields need to be completed, then the expense needs categorising. VAT can only be recorded separately if the business is VAT registered and you have a valid VAT receipt displaying the company's full VAT number. At the end of the period, we need to close off and balance off the petty cash book. We start by working out which side is greater, debits or credits, and entering the total of that column at the bottom, always making sure that there is a space exactly opposite for a similar entry on the other side. Next, we enter the same total exactly opposite at the bottom of the other total column, and must then calculate the missing figure required to achieve the balance. Then, this is entered as the balance carried down at the end of the month. This month can be ruled off as complete, and the balance can be brought down as the opening balance for the next period. However, if your business uses the Impress system, there are further steps to complete. Using this system, the petty cash float will remain dormant at a set amount. For example, the amount spent is added up and this amount is then restored to the original float. The following example illustrates the procedure. As you can see, using this system, the petty cash float will remain at a set amount. I hope you found this video useful, but if you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact Premier Training.